I've said before, several times, Carthage is the ancient world's most underrated empire. And I see this in many video games as well. The developers just fail to truly grasp what Carthage was and was all about, but few more so than Rome won Total War. Today I begin my brand new series where I go over factions that I believe were ripped off in Total War and what could be done to fix them, keeping roughly within the engine limitations of the time. Leave a like if you want to see more. Anyway, Carthage was a republic and the main challenger to Rome. Although they lost 3 wars against them consecutively, they put up a pretty good fight overall. They were the major power of the West before Rome, and their navy during the First Punic War should have made them untouchable. On top of all of this, they were an incredibly wealthy trading empire. There's only really one weakness. The Carthaginians were not land fighters, unlike Romans. They instead relied on mercenaries. Then again, they were also wealthy, so in most circumstances could easily afford this system. Carthage should be the faction that, if Rome got removed, would dominate the Western Mediterranean, at least until another rival comes along. However, after doing an AI-only campaign where I literally removed Rome, this is not the case. They are a trash faction. Carthage is one power, a monarchy in-game. True, they have trash units and rely on mercenaries, but they also kind of have trash mercenaries. In addition, Carthage is not the economic powerhouse in this game that it should be, making mercenaries a difficult option. This is how to fix it, and I honestly think the best system would be to give it the Rome treatment of dividing it into 4 smaller factions to represent their republic. Not accurate, but then again, does it really matter at this point? I know Rome is heavily limited with the faction count, but I know if the devs worked on it, they could have added in a few more slots, quite easily. So that it is clear, this video is not hate to the devs. It's just creative ideas for the sake of creative ideas. It's fun, and people can learn. This is how I suggest it to get split. Carthage is Carthage, the Republic. Maybe it could be called the Council of Carthage, or something like that. On the seas, starting with 3 settlements, you have the Hannovites, who will actively face the Scipii in the First Punic War. Their main military focus will start in Spain, and that is what the AI will focus on. True, if they lose Lilybaeum, this faction is basically dead, but then again, if the Scipii lose Messana, so are they. This faction I see as defending Carthage on the seas. I think a unique ship should be available to them. Why do the Scipii get the unique boats of all factions? Nah, I think Carthage should get an early game vessel instead. Maybe not have it much stronger, but have it cheaper to maintain, so they can recruit more, showing the overall massive navy of Carthage. The second faction, the Barkids, inspired from the Second Punic War. A little historically out of date, but we've seen worse. This faction I picture starting off poorer, but ready to strike into more valuable territory, like the Brutii. Spain was very important for Carthage later, and made the Barkids very wealthy. I see them getting a lot of wealth benefits from their temples, such as a mining boost. Then third, I don't know what to call these guys, but their job will be like the Julii. Defend the capital on the front and expand into the lands that are poorer but easier to conquer. Overall, from doing several AI-only campaigns, I can say that this would make them much more powerful and much more interesting, and make Carthage a real threat to Rome, once, twice, and a third time over. The full Punic Wars. This would also force the cities to start more developed, so the AI has the funds they need. This is a much better Carthage, better for gameplay and more historical, relative to the rest of the game. But I am not done there. These changes will make Carthage stronger, wealthier, and much more enjoyable to play. But it does not reflect the mercenary focus of this faction. Some factions get unique buildings. I think Carthage should be no different. Perhaps a unique building, a mercenary headquarters or something, where mercenaries can be retrained to gain armour and experience. Also a place maybe to replenish mercenaries, no matter on the location. So if you've got Cretan archers and you're fighting in Britain, you don't need to go all the way back, replenish and then go all the way back up. No, just build the mercenary headquarters, unique to Carthage. That would make mercenaries much more powerful for these factions. It's not much, does not change the gameplay too much, but I think it would work. Let me know what you think with a comment below. Do you agree, disagree, anything you think I could have added? And by the way, any modders wanting to try this for Rome Remastered, let me know. I'd love to give it a playthrough or maybe an AI only campaign. This series is just for fun. I plan to cover many other factions also, even Medieval too. Venice and Byzantium will certainly be on the list. Like if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one, tomorrow's video, but for now, goodbye.